More about the art of fencing this morning.
Pauleen Lee is spending some time with the Wisconsin Historical Fencing Association. Good morning, Pauleen.
Good morning, guys. Well, the first thing to fencing is always protection. So first thing I have on is this really structured jacket. Katie, I'm here with Katie, one of the assistant instructors. Tell me about this jacket. It's made special.
Yes, this is just for our sport track. This is what keeps us safe when we're in competition. It protects us from thrusting. It's got some reinforcement in key areas, especially the elbows. It kind of prevents her from extending your arm too far.
So this is, I'm not done yet. You're holding pads for me.
So then on top of this jacket, we're going to be gearing up some more. We've got some elbow pads.
Why is it that elbows have to be protected?
Well, a lot of what we do, it kind of turns into wrestling for the sword. So there's elbows thrown, there's punches thrown. We just like to reinforce those areas, and those are also legal targets in the tournament.
Okay. So there are different ways to dress, to train, and to compete. We have a couple of examples here. Let's point them out.
Okay. So with what we do, we have a couple different tracks. Ben is geared up for traditional track. This is how we come to practice. Lots of control. We don't have a lot of padding on, so we're really trusting to work with our partners. Again, lots of control with that. Nicole's geared up for the tournaments, so heavier duty. She's got the fencing jacket on. We've got the heavy gloves. Those are going to protect her hands really well. They somewhat limit mobility.
Let me hold your sword. Show the gloves to us. They're open in the inside. Why is that?
Yep, that's just going to help with grip.
Oh, okay.
So better control of the sword.
That makes sense.
Because the less padding on the hands, the easier it is to do those maneuvers. Then we also have the knee pads down here in the shin guards because legs are legal hits too. So if I'm sticking my leg way out, that's going to be a target.
Okay. And I have to put on my knee pads.
Yes. So we'll get you all geared up here.
We're only gearing up halfway here, but it's very important to show.
Quite the process.
Oh, and it's a little big for me. So it's going to fall down a little bit, guys. So these are like really heavy duty.
Yes. Yep. They're actually for motocross, but they work perfect for fencing because we're hitting with a lot of force.
I want to talk about the swords too. These swords are very special kind of swords. Katie, tell me about these.
So these are accurate representations of what they would have been fighting with back in medieval times. It's the proper weight, the proper balance, and this is what we train with. They're not sharp. Yeah. Obviously, we're handling them, but they can still cause a lot of damage if you get hit.
It would hurt. And these have some weight to it, so this would really hurt.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Last but not least, helmet.
Helmet, of course. One of our, most important pieces of safety gear. We use this in both tracks. This is going to, protect our eyes, our face from just kind of those mishap blows. When we're training for tournaments, legal targets, so we're actually trying to hit the face.
Nicole is wearing something else as well, the neck, something around her neck.
Yep, she has extra protection around the neck, and it's what's called a gorget. So it's just a hard protection, just in case if we have a blow come in and it slips under this bib. Hopefully, the sword will get trapped there. If it doesn't get trapped in the gambeson, it's going to get stopped in the gorget.
I didn't realize there was so much protective gear that you have to wear.
Safety is a huge issue with what we do. We're not here to hurt each other. We're here to have fun, train together, but it's always one of our main concerns.
It's definitely a great workout as well.
Absolutely. I love it for that. It's good physical workout, great arm workout.
All right, my turn. All right, so I feel like I've gained maybe like another 5 pounds with all this on. Got my sword. Next, we're going to learn some moves. We'll have that coming up.
All right.
Well, you look good.
All set.
Thanks. I'm smiling. The best part about this is you can't tell what kind of faces I'm making, but I have to smile anyway.
That's true.
Thanks, Pauleen.